Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Emmanuel Tetwa. I'm your host, Eggs and Beans. Today's episode is gonna be a little bit different because in today's episode we're gonna be working out.
What's going on, kiddies? What's going on? So yeah, yeah. Today we're just gonna. Well, I may go to the store and get some meat and milk after this, but let's start by working out. Okay. Yep. Okay. Let's just let me just have a warm up. Alright. I've got a bar, but I don't like removing and reattaching weights. I'm lazy to do that, so I just like leaving it as it is. So when I warm up, this is what I do. Okay. Alright. Otherwise, guys, what's been going on? That's waking me up. Alright. Birthdays. My homie Fish, notable poet and motivational speaker, I guess. Shout out to you, homie. It was Fish's birthday this week. Yeah, man. Shout out to you. I doubt you watch Eggs and Beans, but yeah. Also, Joseph Koza, Joey. Happy birthday, bro. That guy definitely doesn't. Even if he knows about it, he wouldn't. Like he's really serious and stuff. So whatever, alright? You guys only came for one thing only, right? You came to see me gorge myself, and you also came to hear me rant. Alright, so let's get to that. Let's get to the news. Alright. This week it's not news isn't so bad like normally is, alright? This was a quiet week. Apparently robot dolphins have been developed by a New Zealand company collaborating with some scientists in California. These dudes are developing in an attempt to bring down or reduce the farming or the hunting or the capture of dolphins, which are really beautiful animals. These guys have decided to create robotic dolphins, basically, cyborg dolphins. And I saw footage of them, and I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like it just looked like real dolphins to me. They just look they look and move so realistically. Like I couldn't tell the difference. Like until I saw one on a table, like open with wiring coming out of it. Then I was like, oh snap, okay, wow. Like I thought it was fake news, but we've reached that point where we're making extremely convincing animals. So my question is just, why stop it? Why stop there? Eventually, okay, I need to exercise. I need to continue my warm up. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Starting to get heated up. Warm-up is actually finally taking effect. Alright. So yeah, I mean, why stop at real animals, at realistic animals? I mean, why not go for like, why not create unicorns? Why not create fantasy animals, you know? I mean, the whole reason people go to zoos is to see stuff that they can't see normally, like in their backyards or on the street and stuff, you know? So why stop at realistic animals? And as I say this, I know, and the logical extreme of my suggestion is, why don't we go ahead and make Jurassic Park a reality? Now, Jurassic Park is kind of a cautionary tale about artificial intelligence and why and how far it can go. You know, but honestly, in any of the Jurassic Park movies, did anyone were there any like big guns, like just the really big guns? Like if like honestly, we're going there. We're going to the place. We're eventually going to reach a point where we have Jurassic Park and Westworld, and that stuff is real. Like honestly, I don't. Now this is changing to a conversation about artificial intelligence. Like, I've worked in software before, you know, and if you wanted to, you could just implement a failsafe. Like, if your dinosaurs are running amok, if they're on a rampage in this Jurassic Park world, just implement like a word that you can just say around the animal that'll just immediately shut it down. Like, you can program this stuff into. Okay, with Jurassic Park, from the movies, I understand they were real. Like, they actually created live animals with DNA, so there's no programming, right, involved. But with these dolphins that have been introduced to these parks, these artificial dolphins, like, those are programmed, those are like robots. So if that's the way we're gonna go, you just program in a failsafe. Just say Beetlejuice. Just program the word Beetlejuice, and as soon as the dolphin or the music is a bit too loud. So as you just say the word Beetlejuice, you know, the T-Rex just goes, just powers down, or whatever animals you make. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not complicated, but you know. Anyways. Next. All right. A Detroit man. Okay, I think I'm ready to move on to my next workout. I think I'm done warming up. I think I'm gonna start using the barbell. All right, this weight that I warmed up with. Let me see. It is about 10 plus 2.5. It's like 12. It's 12.5. Let's just say it's 15. It's 15 kgs. This little thingy that I'm lifting is 15 kgs. The barbell is let's see. It's 10 plus can't see. Let's just say it's 25 kgs. Oh, and the bar itself is also it also weighs something. Let's say it's 30 kgs, okay? The bar. between 25 to 30 kgs, because I don't know how heavy this bar is. When I lift it up, you'll see. You gym experts will tell me how much it weighs, alright? But it's also got two small weights at the end. There's one big 10 kg plate and two tiny plates that I assume add up to 5 kgs on both sides, alright? So I'm only gonna train my arms. I'm only training arms this year. I've made mention of that because anytime I train my full body, my arms always lag behind. So I'm gonna train my arms first, and then once they reach a level that I'm happy with, the rest of my body's gonna follow. All right. I don't think I've warmed up enough, but I'm just gonna go into the barbell curl, just in the interest of time. Yeah. I train about 3 or 4 times a week. I do a day on and a day off. So on certain weeks it'll be 3 times a week. On other weeks it'll be 4 times a week. I try not to do barbell curl every single time because it causes me pain in my forearm. Like this particular bone or joint just starts hurting like uncontrollably. So on some days I will curl that like for like the whole time. On other days I will just use the dumbbell but on each arm, and I'll show you my form. I'll do a set with that. I like to alternate. I don't like to just do all my biceps at once. I like going biceps, triceps, biceps, triceps, biceps, triceps. So yeah. Anyways, let's see what else is in there. Okay, a man in Detroit, a Detroit man, a black guy, figured out. He basically figured out a glitch in the system. Like he basically saw life. He sees life as a video game, and he's exploiting it. All right. This man sued his employer for racial discrimination. All right. I don't know the story that happened there, but he sued him and his employer had a bust up, had a fracas. He ended up suing for racial discrimination. Okay. So the courts granted him the win, like he won the case, and then he was given a check. So when he went to the bank to withdraw that money, the people at the bank didn't believe that he was telling the truth. They thought that he stole the money somehow. So he ended up suing the bank for racial discrimination. So basically, he figured out an infinite money hack. Because if he decides to now, if he wins that case, and he probably will, he will win the case, then he can just take that check to another. Well, the bank, the next bank he would have to do it to would have to also be kind of racist, I guess. Or I guess he could just take it to a different branch, assuming that bank is like really like all over the show, right? So basically, that's what happened. He sued his boss for racial discrimination, won the suit, took that check to the bank. Bank didn't believe him, sued the bank for racial discrimination as well. So I don't know if he's gonna go to the same bank. Imagine if he goes to the exact same branch to withdraw money from that check to the same tellers. That'll just be crazy. And he can totally do that. And I don't think the bank can fire the teller who did that. Like, that's not. Tellers are actually that's what they do. Like, they judge people, and it's okay. Like, it's part of their job to judge whether a person is telling the truth or not. So it's just it's very fortunate for the brother, of course, definitely. So, you know, I've always said this, guys. If there's some way if there's a crisis, because currently America is having a racism / coronavirus. It's having several cultural wars at once. If there's some way you can take advantage of the system, because there's two ways you can look at things. You can either look at stuff with the victim mentality and just spend your whole life waiting for handouts, accusing people of being racist to you, and just sitting on your hands and just doing nothing about it, apart from whining about it. Or you can be proactive, like this gentleman. You know, the second someone says the wrong thing, instead of tweeting about it, instead of recording a Facebook video, you sue them. Okay, it was his employer, so that's also a special situation. But that still, he could have chosen to just record a Facebook video, because that's what people like to do. Just record a video and say, this lady is being racist to me right now. No. He didn't post it. He didn't even share. I don't think he shared this news. Like, someone reported on it. That's what you do, guys. You don't start crying. No. You go and get your money. Okay? The world is falling apart. It's not an excuse for you not to get your money. So that's what you have to do. Okay? Alright. Let's do another set. Okay, I'm gonna spot myself. Just like that. Oh, now my forearm is hurting. Oh. Ooh, what? Ah. Yes. Oh, yes. One thing I've learned is if you struggle to get the weight up in a rep, at least you should control it with tension on your way down. You shouldn't let it come back down like with gravity or with momentum. If you control it on the way down, you will still receive some benefits from that rep. If you need help, if you get spotted to put it up and then you just let it drop, you'll experience like 20% of the benefit. But if you control it on your way down, that's at least 40%. Like, it's a consolation prize. So yeah. Damn. Okay. Alright, I think today's episode is gonna be really short, because my mouth isn't full of food, huh? I need to see exactly which country this next story happened, because it's just ridiculous. Okay, it's in the past few weeks I've mentioned how some countries are joining us in the 21st century. No, they're joining us in the 20th century because they're still living life like it's the 1700s. They're only just reaching the 20th century of like civilization, of like modern rules, right? All right. It's in Iran. This story happened in Iran, in Iran. All right. And I guess it was a Facebook video. I like calling these things Facebook videos. These are videos that people just record to expose people. All right. This guy who is known as a morality agent. What he did was he spat at these teenage girls, asked them, "Where's your owner?" and says, "I'll F your mother." He said that this undercover morality agent said those things to these teenage girls after seeing them without a hijab in Iran. So basically, from what I've gathered from some of the comments here, because we don't do research here at Eggs and Beans. From what I've gathered here is that in these countries, some of these Islamic institutions will create these groups of dudes who basically go around waiting for people to slip, waiting to see men not watch. I don't know, just waiting to see people not obey Islam. Have I been saying Muslim? Anytime in this video, it's not Muslim, it's Muslim. That's the thing. Anyways, so these dudes, they're called the morality police or morality agents. They just walk around waiting to just catch anyone slipping, and as soon as they catch you slipping, they're gonna harass you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I have to say to that? Even though these dudes are stuck in the past with the things they're complaining about, they're way ahead of us in how they handle it. Why doesn't Western civilization have morality police? Why don't we have groups of people that walk around in the streets just waiting to see racism happen? And once you see someone, a Karen, harassing a person of color, that's how it always happens, right? Then these morality agents of Western civilization can harass the Karens or harass the cops that are harassing the people of color or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna continue this point, but I just want to do another set of bicep curls. Actually, I'm gonna do the dumbbell variant. So I show you what I do on days off from doing the barbell curl, right? It's really about doing a twisting motion, alright? Because if you just lift it straight, you're not gonna flex your bicep completely. See, if you just lift it straight, like your bicep peak isn't I don't know, just look at the difference if you just lift it straight or if you curl it. Yeah, if you curl it, it goes up more on this side, on the inside, and basically just makes your biceps bigger. And I wasn't counting the reps, so I don't know how many to do on this arm. I'm just gonna do 8 because it's my dominant arm anyways. You can also just lift it fully supinated. This is what this process is called. It's called supination. Turning your hand on the inside is called supination, and turning it away is called pronation. Right? The easy way to memorize this is I don't know, but just do, okay? So yeah, you can either just keep it fully supinated the whole time as you lift, or you can gradually supinate your arm as you bring the weight up, okay? I think I'm gonna do one more on my right side because I think, yeah, just, I think that's equal, right? Okay. That's it. All right. What was I saying? Morality police? Yeah, we need a morality police in Western civilization, guys. That's what I'm saying. We can't have. We can't rely. Seemingly, we cannot rely on our police forces because those guys tend to lack training, lack good judgment skills, right? So now that's how you end up with civilizations turning into the Wild West. That's how you end up with police officers firing on minors, right? So we need a group that's in between the police and civilization, right? A group that can sort of not necessarily mediate, but that has abilities of both. Like, people in the general public never really need to reveal their identities, do they? I don't know. So these individuals can be anonymous, for example, but they can also bring people, they can also apprehend people. That way they can, just for example, getting a crazy pump. Wow. Damn. Anyways, yeah, man. If we don't, we as a civilization, because we're never gonna train our cops. We're never gonna reach a point where our cops are being treated like soldiers. Like, I watched a recent Joe Rogan podcast. He was with a lady who is a police psychologist, and she was mentioning that, these guys they barely get trained. They just go to the police academy or whatever it's called, and then they go out into the world. They're not like soldiers. Soldiers spend 20% of their time training and just honing their skills, which police officers don't do. I feel like police officers they just go to police school one time and then boom, they're out, and then it's just the job ladder. But you never refresh what you know. So, anyways. Next. Apparently 2 teenagers double-handedly reintroduced COVID-19 to an entire city, Queensland in Australia, which is insane and makes complete sense. Makes total sense. Let me do a tricep workout. Okay. Okay, this is gonna hurt. I'm definitely gonna spot myself about halfway through the set. Maybe not. Damn. I'm gonna do. Yeah. Did an extra one. Because his arm is weak. Okay, I just gotta spit. Okay. No, I got some mucus. So when I train, when my lungs get really active, like it just starts coming out. So, anyways, yeah, this is I mean, my arms are not. I just have average looking arms, not anything special. My guys, this is, like I said, this was a very quiet news week. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, the teenagers who single-handedly reintroduced. I like the wording that they use. Reintroduce. It's like COVID is a shy guy, and those teenagers are trying to make COVID, come out of his shell. Like, hey everyone, meet my buddy COVID. Oh yeah, he's a totally great guy. I mean, check him out. He's, he might be quiet, but he works out, he takes care of himself. And then COVID is just like, hi everyone, hi. A lot of countries are trying to reopen schools. A lot of places, a lot of cities, a lot of worldwide are just trying to reopen schools, including South Africa. Despite us being in a freaking pandemic. If you just look at how these two, all right, let me tell you what happened. These two teens, they were at a different part of Australia. They went to parties illegally. They also stole stuff. They also did some petty crimes, juvenile crimes. And then this Queensland, I guess, was it in lockdown? It was in lockdown or something. So in order to get back in, they they forged their identities. They came up with fake IDs and fake records of how they had spent their time, right? In order to get back into Queensland, despite the fact that they had contracted COVID from wherever they were. And this Queensland joint was completely COVID-free. So these teens basically double-handedly introduced the virus to the entire, because I guess it spread to like hundreds of people or whatever. So yeah, if that's what teenagers are doing, and I guess they're like adolescents. How are 5-year-old, what are 6, 7, 8-year-old kids who cough like this? I saw so many memes on Twitter about how kids cough, and why you would expect these kids to not bring COVID back home with them, like homework assignments. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, gonna do another set. I wonder if I can hit 8. I just don't wanna bump into my TV over here. Should I come closer? But if I'm closer, I might bump some stuff. That's very good. So yeah. How do you feel about kids going back to school? Anyways, I don't have a kid right now, but I still go to work. Actually, I had been going to work, like, despite us being in level 5 lockdown, I had been going back to work. I had been going to work, just sneaking in there. But so far I've been healthy. And I've also been practicing safe things. So I can't really complain. I can't really comment because I've been immersing myself in public activities and stuff ever since. So, all right. What's next? Baboons. Baboons armed with knives and a chainsaw were spotted in a UK safari park. Now, I read a report a couple of years back that stated that some of our apes have entered the Stone Age. So I just want to Google that really quickly. I just want to Google that real fast. Have monkeys have entered the Stone Age? A species of apes, this is just the first Google result. A species of apes has entered its own Stone Age period and is using tools in a way which would have been familiar to our caveman ancestors. Monkeys, yeah. In a remote part of Brazil's Serra de... This is not the news story that I was talking about. This is just a tangent. I'm going to get back to the UK, the monkeys that had knives and chainsaws. The monkeys that were trying to shoot a drill music video. In a remote part of Brazil's Serra de Capivara National Park lives a species of capuchin monkey. And blah 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 blah. And they've been using tools. So the apes that we've got on this planet right now have are starting to enter the Stone Age. And thousands of years from now, those apes are gonna have their own social networks, their own religions. They're gonna have their own type of music, their own vehicles. Where are we gonna be? Are we gonna already be in Mars? Anyways, how to relate this back? This news story about these monkeys that are found in a UK park wielding these dangerous weapons. Now, obviously, they were given these weapons by park attendees, obviously. But the fact that they didn't immediately drop them out of boredom, but they used them to intimidate park goers. They kept them. Like, if a monkey really didn't know that something was dangerous, it would just look at it, try and lick it, and then drop it, and then move on. But no, they held on to the weapons. It's just a sign. It's just a sign that now it's time for us to evolve. Now that monkeys are leveling up, what about us? Why are we still fighting? Why are we still separating ourselves based on the colors of our skin? Why are we still treating each other like, why are we still oppressing one another? Why are we still going to wars based on what people who are our superiors are telling us to do and not based on how we feel? Why are we still not treating every single person with Ubuntu? Here's what's going to happen. Those monkeys are going to catch up to us. And we are still going to be shooting up schools. We are still going to be discriminating against one another. We are still going to be accusing each other. We're still going to just be hurting each other. We're still going to be oppressing one another. We're still going to be looking out for ourselves. And these monkeys, they're just gonna people are scared of AI, scared of artificial intelligence. These monkeys are just gonna come. As soon as that happens, hundreds of millions of years of humanity, of technological advancement, of writing down our knowledge on paper and whatever, it's not gonna save us. Once those monkeys just go, it's over for us. then we are not going to become the zoo animals. And you know, trust me, Elon Musk sending us to Mars is not going to help us if we're still racist to one another, if we're still sexist to one another, if we're still taking advantage of people, if we're still looking out for ourselves. It's only once we all start to work together. And you know what? This is just like COVID is basically the only way to beat COVID is if we all work together. If you have, like we just saw, just 2 teenagers who are just uncooperative, everything that all those other people have been doing, all those people in Queensland who had been obeying the rules, it didn't matter. Those 2 teens just came and invalidated everything that they had done. And it's the same thing with racism, it's the same thing with sexism, it's the same thing with oppression, it's the same thing with war. As long as there's still 2 people on this planet, or even 1 person on this planet who still has those feelings, this is never gonna go away. We are always gonna be stuck. It doesn't matter if we're able to time travel, it doesn't matter if we're able to dimension hop. As long as there's still 2 people on this planet, or 1 person who still thinks that because I'm a certain type of skin color, or I'm a certain height, or I'm a certain weight, I'm better than another person, it doesn't matter. We're all gonna get destroyed. Triceps. I'm just gonna hit out knockout reps with this. Yeah. I'm just gonna do it for maximum reps. 10. Okay, let me do it slower. Oh. Yeah. Ooh. 20. Oh. Ha. 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 Come on. 30. Oh. 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 Whew. Damn. Oh. Wow. Yeah. I'm just gonna do 1 more set of biceps. 1 more set of triceps, and then I'm just gonna go to the store and just get myself something to eat, okay? Oh, wow. Yeah, guys, there's nothing really special. I mean, I want to look like Thomas DeLauer. I don't know if you just Google Thomas DeLauer. When that guy lifts his arms, like, yo, his bicep it's just it's just amazing, bro. Yeah, guys, I don't know what else to say to you. That's the last news story that I had. I was gonna say, the month of August just started, but we haven't had anything new from August Alsina. I haven't had any wisecracks, any jokes. I haven't seen any new trends about him. Or is he still doing push-ups? Is he still warming up? Is he gonna do another interview or release another song? We'll see. But honestly, I've spoken my piece about August Alsina. I don't respect him because he just showed his dirty laundry. He revealed the dirty laundry. He basically revealed a family's secrets just so he could release a song, just so he could revive his music career. So I don't respect him. I need to take another pause. Yeah. Anyways, eggs and beans has been I don't know what to say. How was your week? Baby? No, I don't know what else to say to you guys. But I don't want to keep quiet. We can talk about why I started working out. I started working out to impress girls. I started working out because of Twilight. Like there was a time Jacob The werewolf, the hot werewolf from Twilight, played by Taylor Lautner. Like, he was kind of going viral among the girls in my social circles, and it made me upset, you know, because I didn't look like that. So I decided to look like that. So I started working out. I started doing pull-ups, like in doorways that supported it. I started doing pull-ups, and I started doing dips, like in on the corners of kitchen cabinets. You know, they'd have a space where you can just stand. So I would stand there, kitchen cabinet, like you can imagine the kitchen cabinet. I would stand there and I would turn around, and then I would just, on both edges of the cabinet, I would just go down. I would do dips. And when my first bulking diet was, I would eat a bowl of oats and 6 boiled eggs just before I went to bed. And I used that to go from 65 kgs. Was I 65 kgs? I was 64. I used that to go from 64 to 75 kgs. I don't know how long it took me. It probably took me like 6 months. Probably took me a year. I forgot. But that's originally how I stopped being a skinny guy. Because I used to be really skinny, like in primary and high school. So yeah, and I did it for so many years, just trying to impress girls. Like, just so many years. It was just unhealthy. So yeah, I think I worked out until 2018, 2019, and then 2019 I just stopped completely. And I devoted all my time to swimming. Because I couldn't swim and go to gym at the same time. Like, it was just too much stress on my body. And then this year, was I swimming at the beginning of this year? I was. And then I think in March I stopped. Then COVID-19 came. So the swimming pools was closed during, public pools closed during winter. And they open again in October. They closed from April to October. But this year, I don't even think they're gonna open again. So that's what made me start working out again, because swimming, and there was not gonna be a swimming season this year again because of COVID-19. I don't think the vaccine is coming out anytime soon. So yeah, and at the same time, I'm only training my arms because, number one, I'm intermittent fasting, and I'm basically not eating enough to grow my entire body. But also at the same time, whenever I do work out, my whole body, like my arms, are always lagging behind. So I've just decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, just train my arms first. Then next year, if I'm still intermittent fasting and whatever, or COVID is healed, or COVID is cured, or whatever, I'll train a different body part. I'll focus on a different body part. But yeah, this year is just arms year for me. It's an arms race. Yeah. Oh yeah, but actually, I'm training. I'm just talking about training instead of training. This will be my last set. I'm gonna try and do as many as I can. Come closer. I'm gonna start cheating. Arms are dead. Yo. Yo. arms are dead. Arms are dead now. Damn. Ow, 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 ow. Yee. Woo. It's like getting your soul punched. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I hope you were working out with me. We're not just filling your face with whatever food you had on hand. But whatever you did, thank you for joining me. I think I'm just gonna do one more triceps. I'm gonna do the extensions again, like the overhead ones, with 2 hands. I don't think my triceps can handle. But I'm like this one bicep set that I just did just took all my energy out. But this time I can try and hit 40 reps instead of 30. I'll die. I'll get hurt. If I can go for 40. Once I hit 29, I'm probably gonna scream. But that's fine. Let's just chill a little bit more. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say. I mean, I can. Life is not bad. Life is pretty decent right now. I'm doing more content. Like eggs and beans was initially gonna be the only stuff that I put on this channel. But recently I did a video on mobile games, and I wish I could take steroids, man. Steroids. Honestly, if I could take steroids, bruh, like I would already be there. I'd already have reached my goals. But yo, I like my lifespan. I don't wanna randomly drop dead. Just trying to lift a can of beans. Just one day, when I'm like 55, and I just lift a can of beans from the table, and then I just go oh. Like that was already too much strain on my body. Just like that was like all my life, and like from babyhood till the age 24. I had done all this work, and then from the age 24 to 55, I'd been taking steroids. Well, and that had also put strain on my body. So this last can of beans would be like the straw that breaks the camel's back, and that'll just kill me. And then I'll feel it, like as soon as I grasp a can of beans, it'll be like, oh, this is it, it's coming. Like as soon as I close my hand around the can of beans, it'll be like, this is it. Like, and then my life will flash before my eyes, right? And I'll remember all my memories, like my first kiss, my first heartbreak, the first time I performed in front of a stage and I got booed, my first good performance where the crowd didn't hate what I was singing. Since I'm 55, there'll also be other things like the birth of my first child, my wedding day. All that stuff is just gonna come out, and then I just lift the can of beans, and then like everything will just go black and white, and then I'll just drop it, and then I'll be like, my heart will just stop beating. It won't even because heart attacks are like when your heart like turns up. But then my heart will it'll just stop. You'll just go like, and then I'll just drop the can of beans, and then I'll be like, I'll start falling in slow motion, and then, bop. Because I don't want my life to end like that, I shall not be taking steroids. Thank you very much. Alright, it's the last set, guys. Let's make this count. I need 40 from myself. You think we can make it? Let's try. Alright. Okay. Alright. One set down. 20. Oh, 23. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Yo. Let me do 7. 1. Ah. I need 10 more. I can't let myself relax fully. Hi, can I have 4 pieces of chicken?